I wasn't able to play Project Slayers on the official release date. However, over the last few days, I've been able to play for a few hours, and that being said, I don't think a lot of people were even able to get on or very far in the game on its original release because it went down pretty fast. The game's been up for around 1 to 2 days now, and I'm starting to get an understanding of what the community thinks, what they like, and also what they really don't like about Project Slayers. You see, Project Slayers is a polarizing game. Its visuals are great, and the actual structure of the game seems awesome at first, but the problems start to arise when you look a little bit deeper. In this video, I'll be going over my thoughts on whether Project Slayers is really as bad as people are saying that it is, and first, let's address some of the game's strengths. When I first spawned into the game, I was completely impressed at the initial variety of questing options. You could pick rice, take a wagon to a checkpoint, or fight bandits, and this sort of questing is in a lot of ways dynamic. It didn't keep you in one spot, it encouraged you to move around and look around the starting area. The long cooldowns on quests incentivized this also by preventing players from efficiently farming the same quest, and early game PvE is alright. I mean, you have no abilities, so you're just relying on your swords or fist, and personally I suggest just farming the non-PvE quests so you can have enough money for a sword. This way you don't waste time getting mastery on fists. But the combos are interesting enough, and blocking and dodging encourages good timing, and for the most part the PvE is quite grounded. At level 12, you can go and get your first breathing style, and I chose Wind, so I'll mainly be speaking about that breathing style in this video, and I actually enjoyed the breathing quest. It was a series of relatively easy mini-games, but it was fun, and the abilities look and are useful. The passive breathing drain is initially a little bit annoying, but once you break enough gourds and get stable breathing, it's a lot smoother. Getting Wen isn't that difficult if you know the right methods. Alternating between the diamond quest and fishing will make you rich in no time. Fishing is another good thing in this game. I mean, it's kind of crazy when you realize that a Demon Slayer game got fishing before GPO, a pirate game. And PvE and bosses are also for the most part great. It's nice that you can also solo them if you're skilled enough and at a high enough level. And final selection is quite interesting. Personally, I had a lot of help, so I can't really speak too much on that. But to add to what I've already said, the visuals are of amazing quality, the buildings, models, and animations are awesome, and this is largely to be expected though because the dev team features well-known names like TB Glitch. TB Glitch being the animator for GPO, and in my opinion, one of the best R15 animators on the Roblox anime game space, and potentially at Roblox at large. Okay, enough compliments. Let's get to the part of the video that you're probably here to see, the weaknesses of Project Slayers. First, the game is very clan-based. I mean, this is pretty common in Demon Slayer games, but in Project Slayers is a whole different animal. I mean, clan advantages are not balanced whatsoever. Your experience of the game is significantly clan-based, and this adds to the pay-to-win side of the game. And this pay-to-win angle is also accentuated by the myriad of in-game purchases and game passes. Obviously, you can grind most things in-game, but that hasn't diminished the outcry that the game is, in fact, pay-to-win. I think this largely stems from the game's free model. In order to recoup lost revenue by making the game free, the devs have made in-game purchases with Robux more abundant. And personally, this didn't bother me too much. I mean, GPO also has pay-to-win elements, and it's a feature in most Roblox anime games, and I'm not gonna write off Project Slayers as a bad game just because it has some pay-to-win areas, or is realistically quite pay-to-win. But I'm not a big PvP player, and I surely hadn't been able to really get into PvP in Project Slayers. However, other YouTubers have complained to me about how they will likely not be able to get into PvP on the game because it's simply broken. One combos are rampant, and the combination of low health and no regen and very high damage moves makes fights short and one-sided. I don't blame the devs too much for this next criticism, but there are quite a few noticeable anti-cheat issues and problems with the account wiping and this sort of thing. I mean, realistically, the devs can't do too much to stop this, but I think it just really highlighted a big flaw in their anti-cheat, and maybe they should work on patching that. There is also a lack of late-game content. Again, I haven't personally experienced this late-game content drought, but enough people have told me about it that it does seem quite concerning. To conclude, a lot of players were disappointed with the release of Project Slayers, and after 3 years or so of development, they expected more. And personally, while I sympathize with these people, I think it's also important to appreciate that this game has just been released. The game has a great foundation in terms of great visual quality and player count, and PvP is definitely salvageable with the right amount of reworks. The pay-to-win element and overimportance of clans can be eased with the release of codes or a balancing patch. My point is, the game may have a lot of negatives that have upset some people, but this is certainly not going to ruin the game's future. I mean, Project Slayers has potential. The hype is there, the skilled dev team is there. What matters most from this point on is how the devs and the game owner react and respond to these criticisms. If they want to keep YouTubers promoting their game and they want to keep players playing, they need to genuinely make some changes and listen to their community. The game is not terrible. It's not unplayable. In fact, it's very playable for the most part. So no, the game is not as bad as people say, but it's not perfect either. This is completely normal though. Most new releases need to find their footing before they can truly establish themselves. The game has had a bit of a rocky start, but I have hope for Project Slayers. Under the right leadership, the game could be around for a long time. All that being said, I've talked a lot, so I'll end this video here, and I'm not all-knowing, and I appreciate when you guys leave comments sharing your thoughts on the topic of my videos. Therefore, please leave a comment down below sharing your thoughts on Project Slayers. Do you like it? Do you not like it? And why? Also, if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing to my channel. And as always, I hope you have a great day, evening, whatever time it is for you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.